Hello everyone, welcome to Unknown Skies. I'm your host John, and today we're going to be looking at the drone UFO sightings that are going on over Europe and the airports that are being closed because of it. Many of you will remember the drone sightings that happened in the United States last year. Beginning in mid-November of 2024, residents of central and northern New Jersey began reporting unusual nighttime aerial activity. Large drones or drone-like objects hovering or flying in groups, often low over residential areas. The volume of calls to police, to Federal Bureau of Investigation, and other agencies surged, and by early December, thousands of possible sightings had been logged. In response, federal and state authorities, including the Federal Aviation Administration and the Department of Homeland Security, issued temporary flight restrictions in key locations and conducted investigations. These agencies' final verdict was that these were allegedly unmanned aerial systems, and some were misidentified conventional aircraft. The point being that last year, America had the same situation with airports closing, with drone or UFO incursions. On the night of September 9th and 10th, Poland experienced a serious aerospace breach when about 19 drones, believed to have been launched from Russia and Belarus, penetrated Polish airspace during Russia's large attack on Ukraine. In response, Polish and allied NATO jets were scrambled and several of the drones were shot down. Meanwhile, key civil airports, including Warsaw Jobin Airport, Warsaw Modlin Airport, were temporarily closed as a result of the incursion. The Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk described the event as the closest Poland has been to open conflict since World War II and invoked NATO's Article 4 for consultations. In short, what began as a large-scale drone attack targeting Ukraine spilled into NATO territory, prompted immediate military response, closed major airports, and triggered a serious escalation in Poland's air defense posture. On the evening of September 22nd, Copenhagen Airport, Scandinavia's busiest, abruptly halted all takeoffs and landings after 2 to 3 large unidentified drones were detected flying in its airspace. The closure lasted nearly 4 hours, with the airport resuming operations after midnight into the 23rd of September. Although delays and cancellations persisted, Danish police described the drone operator as a capable actor who deliberately entered the airport's airspace with complex flight patterns and switched lights on and off, suggesting a demonstration of skill rather than the mere recreational misuse. The Danish Prime Minister called the incident the most serious attack on Danish critical infrastructure to date, and investigators did not rule out involvement of another state as part of a hybrid attack pattern. Thousands of passengers were affected as flights were diverted or canceled, sending a strong signal about how vulnerable major airports are to drone incursions.
A glowing orb near to one of Denmark's major airports. If there's a way to attempt to destabilize countries within NATO, this is surely it. An unauthorized drone in its airspace. Denmark hasn't pointed the finger at anyone, but says everything points to it being carried out by a professional actor.
As UFO was seen over Aalborg Airport in Denmark, some 257 miles away from Copenhagen. Though it's hard to make out any features, my guess is, with having 3 lights on each point, it's a triangular object, with a suspicious running light in the middle for safety reasons, I guess. Witnesses who've seen the UFO said it was massive and no noise was emitted. Late on the 2nd of October, aviation authorities at Munich Airport suspended departures after several drones were spotted in restricted airspace near both the north and south runway. Operations were halted from around 22:18 local time, forcing 17 flights to be canceled and 15 incoming flights to be diverted to other German and Australian airports. Less than 24 hours later, the airport faced a second closure after fresh drone sightings before 2300 Friday night. Authorities were unable to identify or intercept the drones, which fled before being confirmed, and German officials, including Chancellor, indicated that they assume a foreign actor, possibly Russian, may be behind the incursions. These 2 objects in this video here look very similar to the videos captioned in Poland recently that we covered on our other channel. Both the capital of Poland and a city some 100 miles away had glowing orange orbs appearing over the city just before dusk. Could they be related? The next shot was allegedly taken over Munich on the same night as well. However, the source I acquired it from is a bit questionable. The outline and features of the craft look something like a British Avro Vulcan, with its flat, stealthy fuselage, and that of the Russian Pak DA bomber. What do you think this might be? On the evening of Tuesday, the 4th of November, Brussels Airport experienced a sudden shutdown after early reports of drones flying in the airport's airspace. Air traffic control confirmed that shortly before 7 p.m. a drone sighting triggered the cessation of all landings and takeoffs. In the wake of the shutdown, approximately 54 flights were canceled and 24 flights diverted, with around 400 to 500 passengers spending the night at the airport, while operations were restored the following morning. The Belgian officials characterized the incident as more than a mere recreational drone misuse. The country's defense minister suggested that activity bore signs of a coordinated operation and called it reflective of hybrid warfare tactics. In response, Belgium convened its National Security Council on the 6th of November to analyze the threat and committed to bringing the National Airspace Security Center online by January 2026 to better monitor and counter such incursions. On the 6th of November, flight operations at Sweden's second-largest airport in Gothenburg were halted after one or more drones were spotted in the airspace around the facility. Police opened an investigation into suspected aviation sabotage as inbound flights were diverted to alternate airports, including Copenhagen. I didn't find a lot of material covering this quite yet. There is a couple of pictures circulating social media that I'll show you, but we'll have to just wait and see on it. So what do you think might be causing this surge of airport interruptions over Europe? Are they related to the New Jersey drones of last year? Is it Russia provoking NATO? Or something entirely unthought of at the moment? With that, I will catch you in the next video, everyone. Take care.